For those of you not previously aware, 1999 was kind of a big year.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Clinton was acquitted of his, spillage. SpongeBob first premiered.
All I said was a little too much sauce.
We learned about the multifaceted utility of apple pie.
Well, I wasn't going to say nothing, but I got an apple pie on this one.
Well, we'll just tell your mother that we ate it all.
But probably most culturally important, Honda released the TRX400X. For all the current cultural nostalgia out there, the 1990s actually sucked for sport ATV guys. Of course, Yamaha held us over with the Banshee, Blaster, and Warrior, kind of like they're doing now with the Raptor and YFZ 450, but the market was starved and deprived of something cool and raceable. When the 400EX hit the scene and won its first race in the Baja 1000, it immediately and almost single-handedly revived the sleeping sport ATV market. For most of its life, the 400EX remained largely unchanged, aside from the addition of reverse in 2005 and a couple of facelifts here and there to make it not so, well, this. Kinda looks like Big Bird creeping on you with a set of binoculars or something. But all in all, mechanically, the Honda stayed pretty similar throughout its fairly lengthy lifespan, so if you're in the market, check condition over model year. Our 400X is the 2013 version, and it's super stock, so we decided before turning a single wrench on the thing, we'd review it to demonstrate just how much fun the 400 is, and why its disappearance leaves a gaping hole in the ATV market.
Best thing about the old 400, 100% of the power to the ground.
The 400EX is powered by a 397cc single-cylinder engine that makes about 25 horsepower in stock trim. So yeah, by today's standards, that's pretty modest. But the Honda puts the power to the ground well, and on tight trails it has more than enough to propel our XXL behinds through the woods at a super happy pace. Power delivery is much more linear than the 450 racing engines that came after it. The 400 has good torque in the low end, and for an engine of its size, it's pretty forgiving to the rider. And what we mean by that is the 400X can putt along at lower RPMs without stalling, whereas a racier engine would require more clutch control and demand a higher rev for its power delivery. Stock suspension is a little bit soft for us, but to be fair, the suspension was probably set up for about a 140-pound rider, and we are literally twice that much man. But you can see in this shot, what that means is a little bit of front-end dive in the corners. And we can find the suspension limits on hard bumps, but it also means it's pretty plush on choppy stuff.
Okay. One thing about these old 400s, they're light. Get in the air, no problem.
The 400X weighs about 410 pounds, which actually isn't super light. For context, it's only about 15 pounds lighter than a Raptor 700, but it might as well be 100 pounds lighter for how it feels on the trails. If you weren't looking at the spec sheets, you'd never guess the 400 was that close in weight to a Raptor. Part of that is due to the shorter wheelbase, making the 400X feel extremely nimble on tight trails. But illusion or not, the 400X's agility is awesome.
Oh man, this thing is so nimble and agile. It is incredible. The difference in weight between, you know, a big bore Raptor and tires aren't great, but the big bore Raptor and the little Honda is definitely significant. Feels like you can just flick this thing, do exactly what you want to do with it. Obviously, very, very slick out here today. Big air. Woo-hoo!
As long as you weigh less than the CCs, you're fine. That's why I didn't get a 250R.
In all seriousness, it is literally a tragedy that the 400X isn't around anymore. It was super reliable, forgiving enough for a brand new rider, but capable enough for folks who were serious. And probably most importantly, its MSRP was $6,399 in 2013, which isn't exactly cheap, but in a world dominated by $30,000 side-by-sides and 4x4 ATVs mostly north of 10K, it was pretty dang good. In our opinion, this machine being discontinued left a huge gap in the market and demonstrated that Honda too had fallen victim to the corporate machine that justifies the focus on ultra-premium product because the profit margin is higher on fewer machines. Unfortunately, this leaves out some of the younger market, as well as those not willing to drop 20K plus on their weekend hobby. If you're patient and willing to search, you can still find 400Xs in decent shape on the used market, although every year it gets a little tougher and used prices continue to creep up. But if you want a fun, forgiving, low-maintenance machine for some trail carving, the 400X definitely fits the bill. Now, would you like to see it drag race a 450R to put its power in context?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go! 3, 2, 1, go! Stay on top of it, you'll be alright. Yo, ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
We should definitely point out that the 450R is jetted and has a full Yoshimura exhaust, where the 400X is completely stock. But the point here is that the 400X is super fun and a literal wheelie machine.
Do some more forearm curls. Hey, this thing's a wheelie machine. I love it.
Yeah.
It's light, it's power, it's got the torque. You can just pop it up first or second and be creeping along real slow. Find a balance point real easy. It's fun to ride, man.
Yeah. Bail! Bail!
That was a close call.
When you can't see his face when he's coming at you, you just gotta bail.
All I see is 24 inches of beard on the side of the fenders.
24 inches of beard.
Man, that right there was dark. Got our next XC quad already built,
Yeah.
ready to go.
Next build is actually a stock 400.
Man, if I knew it could do all that, I would have got a 250EX.
Yeah, if you can do that much
That's
with
dangerous.
a 400. He's dizzy. He about fell off the thing.
Dude, why would you want a 450? Literally,
Man,
when
I'm
you
just
can-
sitting here thinking you could buy 2 of those for the price of a Raptor. I mean, how much fun would that be? I know you can't ride them both at the same time, but
I didn't know it could do all that.
Oh,
So, I
yeah.
mean, that's what I was telling Chad. I might need to look into a 250EX.
Baby steps. I need a 90. So you want to sell that on the 90. You just
the thing is with that, it's just fun to ride. The torque is manageable. It's
easy.
Kind of like with the 450. Every now and then when you punch it, it wants to stand up too much with you. That's smooth and mellow, and you can just slide back on the seat, carry a wheelie. Easy to ride.
Start changing.
You feel it.
Baby.
I bet you feel it on the trails a lot too.
It's fun for a dude with a lot of experience, and it's great for somebody with none.
Yeah, even if you don't have any.
Were you paying over to me when you say the dude with none? Hey, it's a good backup quad. I love it.
Yeah. Especially for what it is, it's nice.
Back to you.
Hey, I'm just saying. I was wanting a backup quad, something reliable. I already got a Raptor, so what's the most reliable thing past a Raptor? 400, baby.
400.
Yeah, and it's in good shape to be a 13 model, man. It's been taken care of. And it's got plenty of power. It's got plenty of, you know, suspension's not terrible. I know we're out here in an open field, but it rides decent. It rides decent.
That was what I noticed though. Coming across the field on that, when I rode it with a GoPro on, I was like, yeah, this thing is good.
It's not bad.
It's not beating
really
you up at all.
It's really not as bad as, you know, I know there's
pretty plush.
I know there's stuff with, you know, piggyback shocks and better, you know, adjustable suspension out there, but to have the little old style pogo sticks on it.
And we'll do a formal comparison with the Raptor, because I think obviously it's not as big a bore as the Raptor and everything. It's different, but I think that it's relevant as far as comparison to the Raptor because of how long it's been in the market, and it's trail oriented. It's less race oriented than trail oriented, so it's kind of makes a good comparison. Obviously a better comparison would be a Z400, but Raptor's on the market. 400EX are on marketplace for days.
Yeah,
so you can find them both.
Yeah, unfortunately there ain't any.
And the Z400s are getting harder to find because we've been looking for one.
Yes, we have.
So if you have one, let us know. But the Z400s aren't as prevalent as the Hondas, for sure.
Yep. It's a shame they quit making them.
That's what it's all about, though. These are fun machines. We want to see them return to the market. For now, they are still available on the used market, but they are certainly getting harder to find.
And in all reality, coming from a Raptor 700, I was expecting to get on that 400 and just literally laugh with the non-existent power. Getting on the trails.
No, on the trails, today, it's got more than enough.
I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing is actually fun. And
more than enough to have a super good time on the trail. And by more than enough, I mean, there's some left in the tank. Everywhere you're at on tight wooded trails, there's plenty more that the 400 can give you over what you need. So it's really, really fun. It's light and nimble in the woods. Really, really fun to ride.
Well, it's so fun,
especially
because,
for trail riding.
I mean, you come up to the little dips where on the Raptor, it is definitely it seems like it's 300 pounds heavier. With that, you can literally just blip it, and it takes nothing. Just
the
float
weight
her
difference.
Over little
I'll have to look up the weight difference because I don't remember what either of them are off the top of my head. The Raptors and the 400 pound. That might as well be 200 pounds lighter. I'm not sure exactly how much lighter it is, but boy, it feels light.
Feels very light.
Super light. I don't know if 100 pounds can make that much difference, and I'm sure it's not 100 pounds lighter. It's probably something in the neighborhood of like 30 to 50 pounds lighter, but boy, it feels light.
She is a freaking fun little wheeler.
Yeah.
I concur.
All stock. I mean, it's not bad for $8,200.